Devon Larratt was recently on a podcast with Travis Bagent, Ingun Sersey, John Brzezinski, and Artem Taranenko. And at around 47 minutes on the podcast, Devon actually mentioned my channel, and I might have teared up just a little bit.
There was a top 10 all-time list, okay? I think it was performance eating pancakes. I think it was him.
But anyway, before this, at closer to 21 minutes, Devon said something the vast majority of people would think is absolutely insane. Probably the craziest thing Devon has ever said in his entire life. Let's take a listen.
Travis is coming back. I mean, and you know, this house is now an arm wrestling house. Okay, it's not just me anymore. Like, all we do is talk about our, watch this. Hey boys. Travis versus Hermes.
Hermes gonna kill you, Travis. He's gonna crush you.
And I'm like, guys, what have I been saying? I've been saying Travis can get him. I've been saying, what? All these young guys, they're like, Travis is fucking washed up. He's done. I'm like, no, he's not. You give him 4 months.
Like the world.
So I had to listen back the first time I heard that to make sure that's what Devon just said. But it turns out that is in fact what Devon just said. Devon thinks that Travis Bagent is going to defeat Hermes Gasparini at East versus West. Hermes' left arm isn't at the level of his right, but it is no joke either. He actually did pretty okay in the very first round against Artem Morozov, who was considered the #1 guy in the world left-handed. And as we also know, Travis basically hasn't pulled anyone in 100 years. Except for that one match, but yeah, we don't talk about that. So how on earth could Devon have possibly picked Travis to win this match? I think there is potentially some method to his madness here. If you listened carefully to what Devon said, you realize that Devon didn't just say that Travis is straight up better than Hermes. Devon thinks Travis will win if he has 4 months first. The obvious implication from this statement is that Devon knows Travis is planning on absolutely blasting all the gear he can get his hands on over the next 4 months. And this certainly would make a difference. One thing about Travis's last match versus Brandon Elsesser is that he was off the couch. But like literally off the couch. Not only did he likely not lift a single weight, but he likely was off everything at the time, since that match was pretty much only for drawing attention anyway. If Travis starts injecting gallons of maple syrup directly into his thumb pad on a daily basis, we may see a totally different version of him. And Devon would obviously have experience in facing a prepared version of Travis, so he probably knows how good Travis can get in 4 months. I also wonder if Devon spent a decent amount of time pulling with Hermes' left hand, since they have been at the same event over and over again. Devon could have a pretty decent gauge of how strong Travis would need to be in order to have a shot against Hermes, and he does seem to think that he can get there. It's also worth noting that Devon may be entirely trolling here, but all we can go off of is what he said. I do really love Hermes, but I have to hope that Travis somehow could win this match, because that would be one of the funniest and best things ever for the sport. It's also worth mentioning that this is an ideal style match for Travis. Travis really likes to go up against other top rollers, especially high knuckle top rollers. He has much more trouble against flop pressers or hook pullers. Hermes will probably try to control height, so that should help Travis. But in the end, I probably would still have to side with Auden on this one. It just seems really unlikely that someone could go from the couch to the level of Hermes Gasparini in 4 months. Hermes is way bigger than Travis in terms of general musculature, as well as more arm wrestling specific mass. Hermes is younger, he has the only quality pasta, and he's been training, whereas Travis has not been. But I suppose it is possible that Travis is literally that good and he can just come out of retirement and beat Hermes. And that would be pretty perfect. But let me know what you guys think about this. Are you siding with Devon or with Auden on this one?